Hi, this is Richard Gaglio again, coming to you from That's a Good God Story YouTube channel. And today we've got another good God story that I believe is going to bring hope and certainly bring inspiration to your life. It says in 1 Samuel 12:24, "Fear the Lord and serve him faithfully with your whole heart." Fear the Lord and serve him faithfully with your whole heart. Today I want to talk to you about a gentleman that did just that. His life was not long, but what he accomplished was great for the Lord. The young man's name was William Borden. William Borden was born in the late 1800s. After graduating high school in 1904, his family, which was immensely wealthy, the father had manufacturing plants all across the Midwest, and William himself had been bequeathed millions of dollars. Literally, he did not have to work anymore. After graduating high school, his parents sent him on a trip around the world. His mother, who had become an evangelical Christian, had imparted the Word of God into William's heart. And on this trip across Europe into some of the places where the poor and the hurting were, William's heart got stirred. And he gave his heart to the Lord. When he came back from his round-the-world journey, he entered Yale University. There for 4 years, he studied and he helped everyone. He ran a Bible study for students to such an extent that it became where almost 1,000 students would show up during the different times of his Bible studies. He worked with the hurting in the city of New Haven. For 4 years, William Borden went to school and lived the life of a devout Christian helping others. When he was about to graduate, he told his parents that he wanted to become a missionary. His father was not pleased with the thought. William Borden was, as I said, worth millions of dollars, which back in the early 1900s would probably be around $400 or $500 million today. His father, though, was not pleased that he wanted to be a missionary. William would not be swayed. And in his Bible, he wrote, "No reserve. I will serve my God completely and totally with no reserves. I will give everything to the Lord." So, after Yale, he was accepted to and went to Princeton University, the seminary at Princeton University. And after 2 years of study, he graduated. And now his father thought that, well, now it's time for William to put his mind on different things and go into business as he should. But William would have none of it. William had dedicated his life. He had heard from God, and he was going to be a missionary in mainland China. Upon graduating, that's where he set up to go. And he set up to go to Egypt, where the missionary group that he was working through was going to train him in the language and so on and so forth. His father, again, was not happy. His father was furious. But William Borden, quietly, in the back of his Bible, wrote, "No retreat. I will not retreat from the call of God on my life. I will not retreat from what God has ordained me to do." And off he went to Egypt. Once in Egypt, as he's going through the training period and preparing to take his post as a missionary in China, William Borden contracted cerebral meningitis. He died a short time later. He was 26 years old. He had never made it to the mission field. in China. His belongings were sent back to the United States, and there, in the box that contained his short life, a Bible was pulled out that that was his Bible for his entire life. And in that Bible were the 3 dates: when he graduated Yale, no reserve; when he graduated Princeton Seminary, no retreat; and there, his last entry, when he was dying of meningitis, he wrote, "No regrets." William Borden had lived the life that God had for him. William Borden, in his will, bequeathed almost $1 million to the mission he was going to go to in China. It transformed the work of God in that area. His father was so moved that his father built orphanages and schools and hospitals, dedicating them to the things of God. William Borden lived 26 years and reached more souls for Jesus Christ than most of us do in a lifetime. In fact, more souls than most of us put together reach in a lifetime. Why? Because he dedicated his life to live for God with no reserve. And he lived his life with no retreat, so that when he passed away, he had no regrets. Today, I don't know what God may have called you to do. I don't know if you believe God has called you to do something. But be assured of this: he has called you. And the greatest thing that we can do is to answer that call and to live our lives with no reserve, so that we will never retreat from the call he has given us, and we will end our days thanking God because we lived our life with no regrets. That is a good God story. That's a Good God Story channel. My name's Richard Gaglio, and thank you for listening to me.